Hello students, today we will study the chapter number 14th Statistics of Standard 10th NCERT Maths. So here about statistics you have already studied in standard 8th and 9th. In standard 9th you have studied the classification of given data into ungrouped as well as grouped frequency distribution. And you have also studied about the mean, mode and median, which are the measurement of central tendency of the given data. Now we will see the mean of grouped data. So we will divide first, which you have studied in earlier classes. If x1, x2, x3 and so on xn be in discrete data, then the mean is given by the formula sum of all observation divided by the number of observation. So here x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus and so on xn divided by n, and it is denoted by symbol here sigma xi upon n, where I is equal to 1 to n. Here sigma means summation. If there are grouped data having observations x1, x2, x3, xn with respective frequencies f1, f2, f3 and fn, then sum of all observation will be equal to f1 x1 plus f2 x2 plus f3 x3 and so on plus fn xn. So it is equal to summation of fi xi, where I is equal to 1 to n, and the number of observation will be n equal to f1, f2, f3 plus fn. So it is equal to summation of fi. Hence mean is equal to x bar, that is equal to summation of fi xi divided by fi, where I equal to 1 to n. If ungrouped data is converted into grouped data by forming a class interval, then the frequency of each class is assumed to be centered around the midpoint, that is also known as class mark. So class mark xi is equal to upper limit plus lower limit divided by 2. Now we will see the method of calculating mean of grouped data. So here are the three methods. The first one is direct method, which we have already discussed. Let for ith class interval we have xi be the class mark and fi be the frequency. So mean is equal to sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. So here second method is assumed mean method. If the numerical value of xi and fi are large, then we take one value from xi as assumed mean, denoted by small a. Now deviation of each xi from a is calculated by di equal to xi minus a. Hence mean of the deviation is denoted by d bar, that is equal to sigma fi di divided by sigma fi. So it is equal to summation of fi into di means xi minus a divided by sigma fi. So here we have sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi and minus sigma fi into a divided by sigma fi. So here sigma fi is cancelled out. So we have here d bar equal to, here it is equal to mean of xi. So it is x bar minus a. So x bar is equal to a plus d bar. Hence x bar equal to a plus sigma fi xi divided by sigma fi. Now the third method is step deviation method. If the deviation from the assumed mean is multiple of a common number h, then the step deviation u is obtained by ui equal to di divided by h. So here we divide the deviation by the common number h. So it is equal to xi minus a upon h. Now by cross multiplication we have h into ui equal to xi minus a. So xi equal to a plus h into ui. So here taking the mean we have x bar equal to a plus h into u bar, that is x bar equal to a plus h into sigma fi ui divided by sigma fi. It is the third method. But here the all three methods give the same answer of the mean. So you can follow any method here. Now we see the mode of grouped data. As you know that mode is equal to the value, any value which has the maximum frequency. So for grouped data, the class with maximum frequency is called the model class, and the mode is a value inside the model class. So here hence mode, that is denoted by MO, is equal to L plus F1 minus F0 divided by 2 F1 minus F0 minus F2 into H, where L is the lower limit of the model class. So here we find the model class which has the maximum frequency, and its lower limit is denoted by a small l, and H is the size of the class interval, and F1 is the frequency of the model class, and F0 is the frequency of the class preceding model class, means model class के पहले का जो है class, and F2 is the frequency of the class succeeding model class, means it is just after the model class. Now we will see the median of the grouped data. As you know that the median is the central value of the given data if it is arranged in the ascending or descending order. The value of the middlemost observation in the data is the median when the observations are arranged in ascending or descending order. If the n is odd, then the median is equal to n plus 1 by 2th observation. And if n is even, then there will be two central value, n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation. So here we take the average of these two values. So here median is equal to n by 2th observation plus n by 2 plus 1th observation divided by 2. Now the class whose cumulative frequency is greater than or nearest to n by 2, it is known as the median class. Hence the median, which is denoted by ME, is given by L plus n by 2 minus CF divided by F into H, where L is the lower limit of the median class. Here we find the median class, and CF is the cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class, and F is the frequency of median class, N is the number of observation, and H is the class size. So here we have the formulas for calculating the mean, mode and median. Now the empirical relationship between three measures of central tendency, means relation between mean, median and mode, is given by 3 median equal to mode plus 2 mean. So in symbolic form it is 3 ME equal to MO plus 2 X bar. Now we will see the graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution. The graphical representation of cumulative frequency distribution is called O-give. O-give. So here are two types of cumulative frequency distribution. One is the more than type and other is less than type. So we have also two types of O-give, more than O-give and less than O-give. If we plot here the on x-axis lower limits and on the y-axis cumulative frequency of more than type, then we have a graph like this from maximum to decreasing order. So it is the type of more than O-give. From this graph we can also find the median. Here we take the value of n by 2, central value, so it give it where cut the graph, and from there we drop the perpendicular on the x-axis, we find here the median. So median is given, denoted by here the value median. Now for the less than type O-give, here we show the upper limits on x-axis and cumulative frequency of less than type on y-axis. So here we have the graph which start from 0 to upper side of the y-axis. So it has this type of shape, and here also we can find the median by taking the value of n by 2 on cumulative frequency, and its here intersection point is give the median. So here it is the value of median on the limit side. on x-axis. And if we plot both type of graph on the same graph paper, so here it is more than type graph and it is the less than type graph. So here the intersection point of more than ogive and less than ogive will give the point on the x-axis, which is the median. So here from intersection point we draw the perpendicular on the x-axis, and the value on the x-axis will give the value of median. So here also we can find the value of median by plotting the graph of cumulative frequency distribution. So here we have completed the full introduction of the chapter, and we will see the solution of exercise 14.1 in next video.